As funny as it might sound, this incredible, beautiful rifle of our forefathers actually wasn't very popular upon its initial issuance, especially with older soldiers. Let me real quickly share with you one of these quotes. "The rifles we had, the first M1s, they looked good but weren't worth a hoot in the field. We got tired of pulling the trigger and nothing would happen. Most of the 31st Infantry traded them off to the Filipinos for their old Springfields. We knew when we pulled the bolt back on an 03 Springfield and shoved it forward, there'd be a bullet in there and ready to fire. You'd take an M1 out of its rack, hold it carefully in the truck that took you out to the range, get out, shoot, and it would be great. But take it out in combat where it got misused and dirty, and it became highly undependable." Private First Class Wilburn Snyder, 31st Infantry, 3rd Battalion. One of the biggest reasons why men weren't very fond of the Garand at that time, in part had to do with just familiarity. This was considered a very fast-shooting rifle that was meant to just spray the target. Something like the 1903 Springfield, which also fired 30-06, was something that required some skill, patience, and timing, especially if you've ever seen a movie like Sergeant York. This was just seen as something kind of for kids. Further, when they went into combat, some of these had what would be considered faulty internal issues, including issues with ejecting the in-block clip here, some issues with the bearings, and even questions in the reliance here of what would be your gas tube. But in time, these would be worked out very early on in 1942. But many men did indeed trade these out for the 1903 Springfield. That being said, this rifle had been accepted into the use of the United States Army in the early 1930s, and it would prove itself across the battlefields of Europe and the Pacific very quickly.